Hey guys, this is Sam and I run the YouTube channel Chalice and Chains, and today I am following the SR2 Joker's guide to vlogging. So I'm doing one in my car. Um, I was thinking about doing it out in nature like Andrew did, but I don't really feel like walking around at my workplace, so I'm going to do it here in my car again. But today I wanted to do a video really for players, kind of maybe how to be a better player. And it's particularly in regards to when you want to play a new system, right? But you don't necessarily know the system in and out, or know all the rules or whatever. And just kind of some tips for how to do that. Now, this advice, I think most GMs are going to agree with, but I would also like to hear for anyone who, is the game master, dungeon master, storyteller, whatever. If you agree with me or if you don't agree with me, let me know, because I think it would be helpful for not only myself, but for any other players as well. So let me know. The advice basically is, regardless of what system you're playing, whether it's Dungeons and Dragons, whether it's Fate, whether it is Numenera, GURPS, Rifts, whatever. What I would say is, for any player who maybe doesn't know the rules, doesn't know the system that well, the most important thing you can do is tell the game master what it is that you want your character to do, and let your game master tell you how to do that, right? It's very common sense, but for some reason people don't seem to get it, or they think that maybe game masters won't operate that way. Okay, so I'll repeat that. Tell your game master what you want your character to do, and let them tell you how to do it. Now, I would say, at least for my games, even if you're a veteran player, I still want you to do that. I don't want you to say, I want to roll a perception check to see if I can, spot a secret door. No, what I want you to do is say, I enter the room slowly, looking around, trying to perceive if there's any traps or secret doors. And I'll say, okay, great. Make a perception check for me, and then I'll tell you based on the roll. So I've touched on this in other videos, but I felt like it warranted its own video because I think it's really important. And especially if you ever want to play in any of my games, one, don't hesitate to not join because you don't know the system, okay? In most cases, I'll generate a pre-generated character for you if you want. Or if I have the time, I will go over character creation maybe before the game, or even in a separate instance, so that you have that idea. Now, I mostly play D&D 5e, Fate, and I'm hopeful to play Numenera here very soon, or run Numenera, I should say. So those systems are very easy to create characters, right? So you're not going to need a lot of help there. But I don't want anyone to ever feel like, oh man, I can't jump into this system or this game that somebody's running because I don't know the rules. What I would say is, if you ever see a post come up, in the one-shot group, or even just, you have a friend that's like, man, I really want to run this game. If it sounds interesting to you and you want to join, say, hey, I would love to join. I don't have the books, or I don't have the rules. Is that okay? Do you have a pre-generated character that I could use? Whatever, right? If they're not okay with that, they'll tell you that. They'll be like, no, sorry, I'm really looking for people who have the books, who know the character creation and all that. Or they're going to be like, yeah, no problem, jump on in, right? So all you have to do as a player is think about, not from mechanics standpoint, but just from, just thinking, okay, like put yourself in the head of your character. And at any given moment in the game, when you want to do something, and I recommend using first person for this, right? Okay, I see that the paladin has, ran up and is taking on 3 orcs all at once, cleaving away with his, greatsword. I see that the wizard is preparing a spell, but needs to needs time for that to be cast. And I see that the rogue is making his way around to try to flank the guys and get behind them. So I'm going to, I'm going to take my bow and, kind of juke to the side a little bit and fire at them, hoping to take out one of the orcs to alleviate the paladin's stress or, distress or whatever, right? Okay, make an attack roll. Now that's easy, right? I want to persuade the guard. I walk up to the guard and, I want to try to persuade him to let us down into the prison to talk to the prisoner that they have in there. Don't say, I want to roll a, diplomacy check or, whatever it's called now, in persuasion, in 5th edition. Don't say I want to roll that to see if this happens. No. Just tell me what you want to do. In that case, if it's a social thing, I'm going to ask you to role play it. Okay? And I think most GMs will do the same thing. However, if you're not comfortable role playing it, that's okay. You can say, thank you, but I'd rather leave it up to the dice. If you say that, at least to me, I'm cool with that, all right? I'll let you do that. But I don't want you to say, I want to roll the dice before you say what you want your character to do or what you're trying to accomplish. And use that in any game with any game master. This is what I want to do. Let the game master tell you how to do it. So simple tips, nothing groundbreaking here. I've even mentioned it in a couple more of my videos, but I felt it warranted its own video. So let me know what you guys think about this, especially for GMs. Let me know if you believe in this philosophy, if this is what you would want players to do at your table or not. And for players, let me know what you think about this. Let me know if you don't think it's a good idea. If you do, really any thoughts that you have. I'm going to post it in the Facebook groups. Leave comments there. Comment on this video. Like and subscribe. That'll certainly help a lot and, help encourage me to keep making more videos. So happy gaming all.